Hi, Meg.
Hi, Kate.
I have a new coffee here, but I discovered that I also have yesterday's coffee cup sitting here. It's
Oh,
disgusting.
I washed this coffee cup, but it's the same coffee cup. But
Yeah.
this is my third iced coffee. I am tired, very tired.
Is it your third coffee or your third only iced coffee? And before that, there was hot coffee.
Yeah, there was hot
Oh,
coffee
okay.
this morning, and
But
then
hot coffee is different. That goes in your hot coffee stomach. Iced
yeah,
coffee goes in
it's
your
true.
iced coffee stomach. Okay.
It's true.
Well, I'm not judging you. I drink hot coffee every morning, even though it's 100 degrees where I live, and I sit outside
Same.
on my porch
hmm I
and I
can't.
just sweat.
I go to bed excited
Hmm.
for hot coffee in the morning.
Yeah. It's a ritual.
hmm hmm
Ooh, maybe we'll talk about rituals one day, like the things that bring us sanity besides you running.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or women friendships, which is a little foreshadowing there.
Yeah, and actually that's going to be a
My
fun one.
husband
Okay.
just walked in and is mooning me, which is funny because we just talked about that.
So we'll talk about keeping it spicy.
Keeping it spicy.
Uh
Shh.
women friendships, which will be fun because I had none of them until I had kids. All
Yeah,
right? I didn't really, except for like, yes, we were friends, but like we weren't actually really close until we had babies.
right.
And
I mean, we talked pre all of
yeah,
that, but it wasn't, and I'm in the same boat. I didn't feel like the women that are my tribe
yeah,
now are the women that I've met in this chapter of my
yeah,
life, this
yeah.
adult millennial midlife
Time.
chapter.
Yeah, we can talk adult friendships. We're going to talk about youth sports because we have a lot of experience with that. We
hmm
can talk about all of these things. And we're also going to open up on our Substack a section for people to send in requests and ask us
Yeah,
questions. And that'll be great
yeah.
material for our conversations too, because we want to make sure that, I mean, honestly, we would both be totally content to just discuss what interests
Okay.
us and like not
hmm
care if anybody's listening.
hmm
But on the off chance that somebody's listening and is like really looking for some friends to talk
Yeah.
to dig into an issue, we'll do it.
Looking for that safe space to
Yeah.
just come
Yeah.
together. All right, tell
Okay.
me something good, Kate.
No, I have to sing it.
Oh,
Tell me something good.
that's
No,
good.
you tell me something good.
Oh,
Anything.
um, I went out to my sister-in-law's and her like college best friend, who has become a good friend of mine now, their birthday dinner last night, and we ended up at a karaoke bar at 8:45 on a Thursday, and
That's like 2 a.m. for college people.
it like filled my soul with joy.
But were you home and in bed by like 10:30?
11. So
Okay.
that's still pretty late for me,
That's
but
no, but that's not bad.
yeah, it was good. It was fun.
That sounds amazing. And you were talking to them about Millennial, right? Telling them about what we're doing.
We were. So we went to dinner first at this cute little market. It was outside. And, you know, we're all millennials sitting at the table. And I was like, oh, I'm starting at, oh, speaking
Hold
of,
on, your sourdough's ready.
hold that. My sourdough bread is coming out. 2 loaves. Just 1 second. Hold that thought. Think of us at dinner and dancing.
Okay. So this is either the part that I delete or it's my chance to say whatever I want without Megan listening. I'll wait.
Oh, much better. Okay. Those
Is
look
it
good.
ready?
Yeah,
It's
they're
good.
ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
So you're out. You're dancing.
well, this was pre-dancing. This was at dinner, and
Okay.
we were just, we're just talking about everything. And I was like, oh, guys, I started a podcast with my friend Kate. And they're like, well, what is it? I said, it's Millennial. I said, why is it called Millennial? And I was like, well, because I don't know. And then so it like got
Mm.
me into thinking because they're like, well, what's the age? I couldn't remember what the millennial, and I was like, it's like 81 to 96.
Which
So
is a wide range.
it is, and I think I would think less of the 90s range. I would think more like born in the 80s,
Yeah.
childhood of the 90s.
Well, I mean, I hate to tell you, but we are technically elder millennials.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Go on.
Perry. millennials. Um, yeah, well, it's real. It actually came up last night too, and I was like, "Well, it's just gonna be a safe space. Like, we're not gonna just talk about burning CDs and, landlines or sneaking out of the house," which are all things that youth today don't understand because of all the doorbells. And I was like, it's more going to be just a place for us all to come together and talk like we're talking right now. Like we were talking about, one of them just had, well, not just, they're two now, but she had twins. And she was like, for the longest time, I thought there was something wrong with my brain because I couldn't form sentences or like hold anything in. And we were all like, no, that's normal. She's
Mhm.
like, but nobody told me that.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean, I can't hold anything in, and I
yeah,
don't have any babies anymore,
right.
so I think that's a permanent
Uh,
adjustment.
correct. And so it was just, I
Yeah.
don't know. It's just, and that's what I said. I was like, it's just going to be a place for us to talk about everything leading up to where we are now and how it's shaped us and how it has us approach. I feel like I bring it up all the time
Yeah.
with friends, and I've never been confident enough in myself to like make something of it.
Mhm.
Not saying that this is going to be something other than just a hang session for you and I,
I mean, no,
and
we're making
like
something of it. We're
something.
doing it.
We're doing
It's a
it.
thing.
And like writing, like I've never been confident enough to really publish any writing. I've like dabbled in it a couple of times with like, Joyful Anyway or like
Yeah.
Mother of Dudes, but I never stuck with it. And I feel like this is like that final push, and you're that push. You're like
Mhm.
my millennial mama that's given me the confidence. And I want to be that for so many more people.
Well,
And so like,
we really are yin and yang
yeah.
because we have the same like core purpose with this, but we do take different approaches and have different perspectives on it. And I
Mhm.
feel like I've done and made and put out into the world a lot of things recently, and I'm proud of them. And I also feel like it's time to grow in a different way, and I needed a pal to do that with.
Yeah.
And you were the perfect person. And I feel like with a lot of things, we kind of end up in the right place when we're meant to be there. And so that's
Mhm.
how I feel about this. But your answer was so like perfect and beautiful and like really on brand with your little flower child spirit. You're like, it's a safe space for us to be who we are. And
Just be yourself.
my
Oh,
answer
yeah.
is here in my orange notebook. I'm
Mm.
like,
I have
okay,
a notebook, kind of.
because the internet was born
Yeah.
and came into our worlds and our homes when we were kids
Yeah.
because some of us started blogging pretty early and understanding like the power of connection before there was social media
Yeah.
because we were in middle school, high school when 9/11 happened and changed the whole world for us and really for everyone, and then the war happened and like changed the way that the really like the way that the world was going to be shaped after that. And then there was economic crisis around the time that we're like graduating out into the world and trying to find jobs. And then like the pandemic happened as we have young kids, and you talked about that yesterday. We're like isolated and scared and also trying to become experts in global health and
Mhm.
figure
And
everything out. And then we find ourselves, a lot of us, like working virtually and figuring out,
mhm.
wow, what gifts does that bring? And also, how is it then really hard to draw boundaries? And what's our relationship with our work? And what does it mean? And like all of this is why I think the millennial experience is just, it's unique and it's the one we're qualified to talk about because we're
Mhm.
in it. And it gives us this vantage point or this perspective that is different. And we're at
Yeah.
so many crossroads. And the next thing I'm about to say, I want to preface it so that I don't alienate listeners of other generations because
Okay.
actually we all need each other. And I want people who are younger and older than us to come on the show and listen and share it.
For sure. Because,
However,
yeah.
however, I think we are, I'm afraid to say this because I don't like to speak in absolutes, but I think we're the most self-aware generation. And I
Yeah.
don't mean the most self-absorbed, and I don't mean the most like self-obsessed. I mean like aware in that we actually came of age under sort of like a spotlight.
Yeah.
And we have been not only living our lives, but like reflecting and asking questions related to meaning, I think so much more than previous generations did because they didn't have social media. They weren't like
Well,
monitoring themselves.
they weren't allowed to, right?
Right.
Like
Right.
it was not something, it was our generation that was the first generation to step into that. and
Yeah,
like,
with all the good and the bad, and
yep,
honestly, I will say I criticize it a lot because I think it can also be soul-sucking, but also through social media, I've found inspiration and
yeah,
community and all
stayed in
these other
touch,
things. Right. It's
you and
made this
me.
possible.
Yeah,
And our changing relationship with work has allowed a lot of dads to be physically present and more
uh-huh,
involved in like things that their kids are doing every day if they can log off and immediately go coach a sports practice instead of driving home an hour, right?
right,
It just changed everything and I feel like we have to honor that and that there's also a lot of lessons for us in that.
yeah,
Yeah. That's what it means to me, and it's why I was excited to talk to you and, because Instagram knows what I'm looking for, it sends me endless millennial content.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And there was something I sent you earlier today that I wanted to just, like, look at part of it because I feel like
yeah,
this is everything. Um Okay, it was like, why are millennial women having an identity crisis and
mhm,
career crisis? And it was basically like the TLDR is we're not having a crisis. We're unraveling all of these expectations that were placed on us in this blueprint for life that was handed to us. And we're like, wait a minute. Like we've watched our moms like burn themselves out. We understand that life is short and that there are a lot of different ways to be productive and to feel like you have meaning in your life.
mhm,
And also I don't know, a lot of these expectations that are placed on us are just unfair. We can't do it all and be
right,
everything.
yeah, yep,
Yeah.
and I feel like it's what was it? It was like working in reverse, right? Like, I I've I've filled my role. No, I haven't filled it. I am still
Mhm.
very much a stay-at-home mom, helping to guide my
Mhm.
humans. Um, but it was like, well, now I wanna peel back some layers and tap into something else, like this
Mhm.
creative side of mine, this, like, need to talk to others or bring other people together or just be somebody to listen and not judge or be honest and raw,
Yeah.
which I've done on a smaller scale. I think, like, you and I are an example of that for, you know, texting in the middle of the night when you're praying for daylight because your newborn won't go to sleep. And I think, like, that's the beauty of social media. This is a way that we can be, part of somebody's tribe who maybe
Yeah.
is drowning in not having that, but, we can also romanticize about what being a '90s kid was and how that shaped who we are and what our goal for our people, our tiny
Yeah.
people, or just the people around us. Like, you
Yeah,
don't
and
have
if
to
there
have
are
kids.
things we're romanticizing well, okay, 2 things. First of all, I also just wanna say this is not just about romanticizing motherhood. It's also about well, it's a
Yeah.
mess, but also it's about finding your path and following
Yeah.
it and feeling joy and freedom in that, and it
Yeah.
whether that's, like, a career or staying at home or a mix of the 2 or
Or
whatever.
not having kids.
Right,
Yeah.
more power to you. If there are things about the '90s that we love, that we romanticize, I feel like, let's bring them forward. Like, what
Yeah.
can we take from that? And this is why like my and it seems kind of like paradoxical, but we've been really conservative with tech with our kids because we wanted to preserve as much freedom as we could, like that like organic like be bored and find ways to be creative, go outside kind of like 90s freedom.
Yeah.
And then when our kids started to want to like wander farther by themselves, I was like, "Oh my god, we need to give them technology to
Yeah.
be able to enable
And
them
to
to
track
safely
them.
like."
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm like, it's funny how sometimes the solution isn't what it looks like, but like actually that's what has allowed us to give them some of that gift of freedom that we had.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true.
But it's not perfect because the battles persist.
And it's like we're already in the car, right? We're already driving that way, and you can't put stuff in reverse. Like,
Mhm.
it's all
Yeah, you're right.
you can try and slow it down and the
Or
best you
give
can.
like good skills for
Yeah.
how to safely engage with this stuff.
Yeah. But it's yeah.
Um, yeah. Okay, so this is another question I've had in my mind, but it's related to this because it has to do with millennials really just about meaning. Like, what is the meaning in all these experiences, and like, how do we help each other find meaning and feel better and not feel alone in
Mhm,
any of it.
mhm.
And I really like thinking about like or distilling things down to what we value. And I heard somebody say recently that you could boil everything in your life down to like a couple of core values that you hold, and everything else you do relates to those. I'm like, I don't think I can only, I don't think
Yeah,
I can distill it down to that, but I tried. And here's what I came up with.
okay,
I think it's freedom because I really, really resent my time belonging to other people.
okay.
Like, I treasure my time and I value it more than anything else in my life because I can spend it with the people I love. So,
Yeah,
my freedom
okay,
and purpose. And
okay.
I'm trying to like create or find or follow that.
Your purpose, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Say it again? Boil it down to just
A couple of
core
like
values.
values, core values, things that are like that's your anchor.
So, I think it's my anchor is human connection. Like,
Mhm.
my husband jokes that people seek me out, like strangers seek me out. He'll be like, "We'll be somewhere where you don't know anybody." And it's like they gravitate towards you. And it's like something you give up. It drives him crazy because he is the polar opposite. He hates people. I love him. I love him so much, but he is not. Like everybody's like, your husband seems so grumpy. I'm like, well, he is. Yeah, it's fine. That's just, you know,
Oh.
I don't he's a happy grumpy bear, but, like, he wants to get in, get out, or I'm finding out about somebody's life story, or they're, like, giv I don't know, I think I thrive off human connection, and in every walk of my life, that has been my grounding force, right? Like,
Mhm.
my connection with my family, my like, when I was a little girl,
Mhm.
or, my family now, and
Mhm.
now the people I meet in this chapter of my life. Like my cup runneth over with need for human connection.
Mm. Is that why you said when you described some of the darkest days of
Mhm.
early motherhood that the loneliness was the scariest, most
Yeah.
overwhelming feeling to you?
Yeah. And then when we first moved to where we currently are, that first summer post like post school, right? This is also probably why COVID was so hard. Um
Well,
besides
yeah.
also I mean COVID was hard for everybody. But when we first moved here and it was that first summer and I had just started to make friends, um it was like a very depressing summer because I hadn't quite found those human really friendships, those relationships I needed. And I think I probably relied pretty heavily on you and like the people in my smartphone to reach out to, but it's not the same. Like I wasn't
Mhm.
getting even at like pickup for the kids because we're walkers. I wasn't getting that like quick little blip
Yeah.
of interacting with a mom or
So
a dad
are
or
you an introvert or an extrovert?
I'm probably both.
Because I used to think like
I don't
obviously we used to think it's like are you outgoing or not, but it's not that simple. It's what recharges you. So like do you feel like you're recharged by like a one-on-one because a lot of introverts would say that versus in like
yeah.
a group setting, a party, a cocktail
No,
hour?
I hate parties.
Me
Ugh,
too.
I
I'm
hate
very
parties.
bad at parties.
Yeah, me too. I
I
feel
mean,
awkward.
unless it's karaoke.
Right.
I feel very awkward because I want to say I wanna get deep. I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah,
I'm really curious about you, like, what makes you tick? What are you
yeah,
scared of?" But that's
yeah.
not a normal question at a
No,
party.
no, it's not a that's not a party game. No, I think I'm
Oh.
a more, like, intimate setting for sure, like, my favorite mornings are on, I have a set run date with 2 girlfriends, and, like, I look forward to that. It is devastating when one of us is sick or a kid is sick or our husbands are traveling because we talk about everything and like
You can talk while you run.
yeah.
You guys
It's
are in such good shape.
not it comes. Like I haven't always
Yeah,
been able
yeah.
to be that way, but it's like I
I
need
get
it.
that.
My soul needs
My
it.
my most, like, soul-filling activity is when I get together with my very best friend IRL. Like we have to be together, and we just play
IRL.
tennis, but we play tennis with no rules. We're just like volleying back and forth and talking about life. And the craziest things come out when you're kind of focused on something physical
Mhm,
and you're talking.
mhm.
It's magic.
It is magic, and that's what, like, I think one of my running friends was talking about how, like, she was like, "I can't seem to finish my sentences ever. Like, should I be worried about my brain?" And I'm like, "No, you're just in the thick of it. You have little children. Like, this is normal. This is what's, but uh, nobody talks about it on a
Yeah.
larger scale, so nobody thinks it is normal, and then everybody has these questions, and then I don't know. That's what I want this space to be. I want it to be like our morning run
Yeah.
sessions where we talk about all things. We can talk about, you know, well, we want to,
You're going to tell us about ferritin levels
yeah, we talk about ferritin
because
levels. We
you
talk
just
about,
taught me about that.
yeah, yeah, and life changing.
Yeah.
Perimenopause. We talk about sports, kids, raising good
Yeah.
humans, all the things.
Everything. Everything. Okay, going back to what you said though about you and your husband and your personalities. So if you have a kid's birthday party to go to,
Mhm.
which one of you
Me.
wants to go? You want to
Oh,
go?
I don't want to go, but
But you will.
I will,
I
and I
will
will
send my
talk.
husband 10 out of 10 times if I can
Yeah.
because he loves a chat. He loves a chatty environment. Like,
Okay.
he's very friendly. He's kind of like a golden retriever. Like, he just exudes joy, and I'm just happy to be here. And
Yeah.
people gravitate toward that. And he'll talk about whatever, and he's just happy to do it. And I'm like, oh, I'm so drained by the superficiality of this conversation.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's why you and
Or
I,
or I'm so weird.
yeah. Or you're like, "Oh, well, what did I just say?" Mhm.
This is why I don't do parties.
Yeah. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
willingly go to a party, but, you do what you need to, and
Well, now I'm not gonna get any invites after this airs
I'll invite you to mine. We'll have a
to your next.
reunion.
Okay, let's do
Or
it.
yeah, we should.
Okay,
When we get really
so
big, we'll have, like, a destination show.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it'll be a business expense,
Yeah.
which is really
In the
funny.
business we're funding. It's great.
Right.
It's great.
Okay. Okay, is there anything else, or are we gonna share our away messages of the day?
Oh, well, I had something else, but I can't remember. Oh, you know what I thought would be fun to
What?
do would be like millennial mood board.
Okay, do
Not
it.
maybe not right now, but like
No.
something to think about in the future, or like you're like manifesting. What's that called? See, this is a thought has left my brain.
I don't know, I think it's called Pinterest, Meg.
I don't think people use Pinterest anymore. Is that like a move?
No!
I know.
Listen, okay, no, I agree with you, but actually, the CEO of Pinterest is, like, so wonderful, and
Oh, really?
I wish more people I wish Pinterest was, like, really hot. Maybe it is with you know what? Gen Z is, like, knitting and gardening, they're probably on Pinterest too,
Okay.
and the CEO of Pinterest is really into, like, corporate social responsibility, and he's all
Oh,
about, like, "I wanna make sure that, like, young people are getting the benefits of connecting without all of the harm of being on social media." He's, like,
yeah.
really, really on
Okay.
the right side of history here, so
Let's
maybe
put
we
him
need to
on our
check out
list.
Pinterest as a solution. Yeah, that'll
Okay.
be easy. No big deal.
Put him on our list. All right.
Okay.
Cool.
What's your away message?
Oh, it's not a happy one. I mean, aren't they all angsty? It's my world's on fire. How about yours?
Oh, appropriate.
Because it's literally on fire. We can't go outside where we are right now because the air quality is like max is at 500, right? And we're at 456.
That's horrifying.
Yeah. So
And it
that's
makes me think, how much worse must it be, like, in Canada?
yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
do?
I don't know. It like hurt walking out to my car.
Yeah,
It's
so no
wild.
runs are happening.
No, I didn't. I Today was an off day anyway. I'm not sure what I'll do tomorrow. It's a long run day, so What's your away
Yeah.
message?
What if
Hopefully
I
not.
told you no, it's what if I told you I'm a mastermind?
Yeah. This is a good one.
And now
Um,
you're mine. It
uh,
was all my design.
yeah.
'Cause I'm a
I
mastermind.
listened to her today. It always comes back to Taylor. And I was like, she's got some bangers. I did not surprisingly sing any Taylor last night. Um, it was really a
That
show
does
tune.
surprise me.
It was more show tunes. We hit the Broadway scene real hard.
Okay.
So
Well, I
that's
love
normal.
that, and I feel like you should just upload some footage for everyone.
There was footage taken
It
with,
might remain in the vault.
yeah. Yeah. Nobody
Okay.
shares that around. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm glad that we did this little mini blurb because I wanted it when the girls were asking me last night, like, why millennial? What is it? And I was like, yeah, let's
Yeah.
let's dive into that.
Yeah, and I'm trying to be really disciplined because I actually have, like, a good news story that I wanna share, but it is so squarely in the youth sports domain that I'm gonna
Oh yeah.
save it for that one, but remind me.
Okay. Write it
Okay.
down.
I will.
All right.
That's the only way.
Okay.
Okay. Bye, Meg.
Bye, Kate.